about that. Yeah, there's a group called Women in Black, which I started in June of 2002. And Women in Black was actually started by Israeli and Palestinian women in 1988, I think, against the occupation of Israel, of Palestinian land and people. And they meet, or they vigil every Friday in Israel. There are now Women in Black groups all over the world, and there is one here in St. Louis, and we meet on the second Tuesday of every month. So it'll be next week. No, it'll be a week from Tuesday. From 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and near the Bread Company on Del Mar in the U City Loop. And even though it says Women in Black, men can participate also. And it'd be nice if you could wear black, but if you don't have anything black, just come anyway. And we provide you with the banner and with signs, and we hand out literature to everyone. I don't know how come I forgot. Thank you, Betsy. Betsy comes whenever she can. So please come. But I mean, while you're at school, you probably can't. But during the summer, maybe you can come on the second Tuesday of every month, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m.
In the flotilla, was Murray Corrigan McGuire with you?
No, the boat named Rachel Corrie. Rachel Corrie was murdered by the Israelis on March 16, 2003. She was standing in front of a Palestinian home in Gaza that was going to be bulldozed, and she was trying to prevent that. And an Israeli bulldozer made by Caterpillar over here in Peoria, specially equipped to demolish homes and olive orchards, was run over twice and was killed. She was a young American, 23-year-old American woman from Olympia, Washington. Yes?
Did you mention Murray in that question?
Yes.
Murray was on that flotilla and is going on the next flotilla.
Mary McGuire?
And she knows of Hedy and is very excited to meet her in person someday.
Well, if she's going to be there, then, well, she won't be on the U.S. boat. She'll be on the Irish boat.
I don't know, but she says she keeps
Well, there's a boat from Ireland, so she'll probably be on the Irish boat.
She says she crosses paths with you, but you never quite
Right.
catch each other.
Right.
She's familiar with you.
Yeah, I know of her. She knows of me.
Maybe we need to get you a Nobel Prize so that you can, hobnob with the other laureates.
Well, one of them shouldn't have received the Nobel Peace Prize. I think he got it way too soon and in fact doesn't deserve it. And I'm talking about President Obama. Oh, I would like to encourage you to go to the table there and look at some of the things that I displayed there. There's the rubber-coated steel bullet, there's some spent tear gas canisters, and if you touch those, I would suggest you wash your hands afterwards, because there's still some powder in there, and I don't know if it's poisonous or not. And there's some drawings by Palestinian children. The one that really touches me the most was done by a first grader, and the peace stuff is locked up in a cage. I also have some pieces that once were part of a Palestinian home. I have pieces from 2 Palestinian homes that were bulldozed by the Israelis. For instance, if the Israelis want to add on or build a new home, they have to apply for permission, and they get it. When the Palestinian family wants to do the same thing, they also have to apply for permission. and they don't get it. And maybe they really need to add on another room because their family, they have some more children, and they need more space. And if they do that without the permission, their home is bulldozed. And then they're homeless. And if they're lucky, they live in a tent.
Maybe you said this before I came in, but would you talk just a little bit about the peace groups in Israel who work with, I was thinking about.
Yeah, I didn't speak about that, no. I mean, not all Israelis are in the military or in the government and responsible for the evil that is being imposed on the Palestinians. There are several peace groups in Israel. For instance, there's one group called Mahsam Watch, and they stand, these are women, mostly women, who stand at the checkpoints and make sure that people who need to go through the checkpoints in order to go to the hospital, to work, to school, or wherever, maybe to visit family, that they really are not being harassed and that they're able to go through. And if there are problems, they document that. There's a group called PeaceJam, which is a very important group. One of the things that they've just started to do about a year ago or so is give Palestinians cameras so that they can document with a camera what is happening. Because the Israelis are in the business of denying every bad thing that they do, or give a reason why they do it. For instance, with the flotilla last year, where 9 people were killed and 50 injured, they're saying they were being attacked. They, meaning that Israel was being attacked by the people on the boat. I was in Cyprus at the time, and when there was still live feed from journalists, I saw what was really happening. There were helicopters overhead shooting down on the people on the boat, and there were 3 people killed with bullets at the top of their head. You know, normally people don't have a bullet hole in the top of their head when they're shot at. Why? Because they were shot at from the helicopters. And as the soldiers were rappelling down on ropes onto the boat, they were shooting as they were coming down. They were shooting on the boat. And yes, people on the boat tried to defend themselves. And they went to the kitchen and they got some knives, regular knives. You know, I mean, when people eat, they usually use a knife, fork, and spoon. So those were the kinds of knives they had. They ripped out some of the railing on the ship to try to protect themselves. But they're saying that the Israelis were there to defend themselves. They know